Should I be like that? Jake, can we switch?
There you go.
You want to switch?
Sure.
Should I go like this?
That's perfect. Perfect. We will be able to spread out in here. What do we got? About 5 cars left before the church lets out and gets the rest of these people out of here. So if some of you are wondering, that is a ghost tour over there. And they are just like, that's why they were all staring at you, like, what's all the blinking lights? The only thing you need to worry about is the volume. Don't hit any buttons on the front. You just need this.
And this is the unmute button.
Yes, there's only one there.
We're so
Did he show me the front? I just want to make sure it's blinking. Yeah.
I don't think you're good at that.
I didn't give him Tourette syndrome. Good job. He's not going to shut up now. So, welcome. Did you guys notice that little tiny building up here? That's the gun magazine. So whenever you guys do anything down here, that's a good point of reference of knowing where that is, because it is the oldest government building in South Carolina. That's part of the reason why we're here. Those crosses on there are earthquake bolts. If you're not familiar with those yet, because you haven't been here for very long, they're basically turnbuckles. And if we have another earthquake, you can tighten them up so the building doesn't incur any further damage. So it's a great idea, it just doesn't work. Just so you guys know. But those earthquake bolts are all over town, and if you guys take like carriage rides, they give you all kinds of history on them. But the apartment building, this right here, the brick building, also has earthquake bolts on every single floor. You guys see them in the shape of pineapples and lion heads and all kinds of bullshit around the city. But anyway, I bring up those big giant ones over there is because that's the first set that Charleston ever put in, simply because it's the oldest government building. They wanted to make sure it was protected. So we're here because that building was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny was coming here to start a new life. This is what I call a familiar. Do you guys know what the Boo Buddy is? It's a teddy bear with the little blinky like K2 meter in it. So if a child comes near it, it actually blinks and says, hey, that tickles. You guys never seen that device on your TV shows? All right, so I use that as an example of why we're here at this building is because the Boo Buddy, they would use it with a child ghost because the kid would recognize it as a toy. The building is the same concept. This is something Anne would recognize because it's from her era. You guys getting the point of why we're here? It's a 50-50 roll of the dice. This is probably one of my weaker spots if we're going to have a chance of getting something. The story's super fun, though, so let's kind of get into that. You guys are going to kick out of this one because it's kind of kinky. But anyway, we're talking about a kick-ass female pirate. We normally will get female-generated terms around here, so and the song like "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" will show up. We'll get female and her, she, all kinds of weird shit. Well, probably. She was Irish. Anyway, so let's kind of get into the story. I will go as fast as I can through this so we can actually, get back to work. But I will slow down on the twists because, again, we're talking about this weird.
I'm so serious.
I'm not. Well, my name shows up quite a bit because these ghosts know me. So when you guys hear your own names, that's usually because you brought somebody with you.
No, Justin.
Getting my point? So, see what other clues pop up. Okay. Follow me on this first beginning part. 1708, a young lady moves here from Ireland. Her name is Anne Cormack. She comes here with her father and his mistress, basically his girlfriend. Now, the girlfriend is Anne's mother. Are you guys with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay, the three of them are running away from her father's angry wife. How pissed off was the wife that she kicked them out of Ireland? You look a little confused, Riley, you okay? Did you pick
I
up on
got
that?
lost at the beginning of the story.
Anne came here with her dad and his girlfriend. The girlfriend's her mom. So basically her own parents.
Oh, cool.
Okay? But dad's married
To somebody else.
to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the somebody else basically kicked them out of the country. They were fleeing her.
Oh.
They came here. They landed in Georgetown. That's between us and Myrtle Beach, in case you guys didn't know. Dad bought a plantation up there. Mom dies quickly. That means Dad is now sending young Anne down here to Charleston to sell things from the plantation to keep things afloat. Hence the familiar building. Now Anne back home in Ireland, when she was a little girl, they say when she was only 7, 8, 9 years old, remember it's pirate lore, nothing is exact, they say she killed one of her servants with a knife to the belly. Can't tell you how many times that it has popped up with different types of communication devices with servant knife and belly all showing up. Just giving you her mentality as we kind of move through this. Fast forward, building's done, but 2 years after that, pirates are starting to come through town. 1715. Anne is pretty stoked because she's going to fall in love with one of these pirates so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. By the way, today is National Women's Day. It's like Rosie the Riveter kind of shit. So this is actually, yeah, she's like, I'm all about it. He's like, he knew, damn it. This guy's a jerk. You're making me look bad. Sorry, Justin. But anyway, he's like, I got you. So got the point. So she falls in love with one of the first people that she sees, and his name is James Bonny. I say first, by the way, because there's a handful of these guys that she falls in love with, and we're going to cover them all, because that's what makes the story so damn interesting. But Dad didn't approve because he's a filthy pirate, so they ran away to Jamaica, they got married, and Cormac becomes Anne Bonny. That's where her pirate name came from. However, when she gets down there, she realizes James, her new husband, is not Captain Jack Sparrow, like what she was hoping for. This guy turns out to be a privateer. That means he's a spy for the British. He's a coward. This isn't who she wanted. She falls in love again. Guy number 2. This is John Rackham, but everybody calls him Calico Jack. This is the guy they based your Johnny Depp character off of, in case you were wondering. Now, Calico Jack has his own ship. He has his own crew. Anne wants to be part of the crew to be a pirate, but you can't put a female on a pirate ship because it's bad luck. So he makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy, look like the crew, you're good. But you're going to be a female in my quarters. She's okay with this because Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy apprentice back home in Ireland to hide her from his wife. Remember, that's the one she's all pissed off. So she gets it. It's a man's world. But we're mainly all adults here. Let's put 2 and 2 together. She's a female in his quarters. She's eventually going to get pregnant. You can't have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Somebody's going to figure out that he let a girl on the ship, and then they're going to get rid of the captain.
So you dress her like a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, to hide her from the first.
To hide her.
You can't have a girl on the ship.
So, when she did get pregnant, he drops her off in Cuba. Go have the baby over here. Before you start the show, have the baby and come back. We'll figure it out. She goes and has the baby, but returns without a baby. We have no idea what happened to that child, by the way. You can ask as many questions as you want. I just can't prove it. However, she also comes back dressed as a girl. This makes Jack pretty pissed off. Now everybody's going to know he let a girl on the ship. To make him even more mad, she's going to go flirting with the pirate crew he just captured while she was gone. We're on guy number 3, in case you lost track. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy to be part of the crew the Calico Jack just captured. So now we have 2 females on the same ship trying to be pirates. Her name is Mary Reed. She goes by Mark Reed to become a pirate. She gets
So she was flirting with another girl.
right.
And Bonnie gets around.
Now, Anne and Mary became friends, maybe lovers, we're not really sure because of the time frame and obviously the writing of it. But the British find out where they are, they send a whole fleet of ships after them. The rumor is that Anne and Mary were the only 2 pirates not drunk enough to come up and fight with 1-bullet guns. They're called flintlocks. So, obviously 2 ladies with 1-bullet guns can't take on a bunch of ships with cannons. They get arrested. And as they're being arrested, Anne looks at her captain in boat, Jack, and she says, "Sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." The word dog shows up on communication devices all the time. The judge wants to see the 2 men, quote unquote, that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates. They're dead and gone. The 2 ladies go in front, reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves, and the judge could give a shit that they're female. They're still pirates. He's still going to hang them. They scream out, "We plead our bellies," which basically means they're claiming to be pregnant. So you can't hang a pregnant woman at 17. This is fun. He's taking the sisters both back to jail. Dad is still up here in South Carolina with all of his Irish money. He bails out Anne and brings her home. She remarries. That's husband number 2, but guy number 4. We're going to count Mary. We don't really know. She has 4 kids, dies at the age of 84. Very abrupt ending because we don't know jack shit about her after her pirate career. So it's all up for speculation. Mary Reed died 5 months later in that Jamaican jail from whatever pirates died from a Jamaican jail. Let's call it scurvy. Why the hell not? Now, I'm not going to control the environment like what I did at the Painting Mansion site and give you guys all the questions. I'm just going to tell you a few things I left out. I didn't tell you the names of Anne Bonny's parents on purpose, so that way you had something to work with. I didn't tell you the name of the city that Anne grew up in Ireland, the name of Jack's ship, or the color of Anne's hair. Anything else you want to ask, you're not going to, again, she's a pirate. You're going to piss her off no matter what. That's kind of the whole mentality of this country. Just means it's getting
Tearing apart.
recognizing a phrase or a term. So when it gets read and does all the aesthetic stuff. Still kind of weak. That whole list has been weak tonight, to be honest with you. Again, I only get excited about 2.5s and higher, but if you go closer there, we have 2 electrical poles pretty close and all of those parking meters. You might start to see like 4 to 6s up there. Don't get too excited. It's more about this backpack. Filming, obviously we want to film the entire time we're here. Just nice slow movements. And of course, have you heard anything else, Justin? Oh, you took your headphones off.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get those things unmuted. Let's get to work.
My name, I was fired. I heard, like, laughing.
I'm not surprised at the laughing. We get the word fire here all the time. So the building never caught fire, but the church has. See where things can be relevant? So across the street, again, you guys didn't hear anything over at the alley because you didn't know this thing. So, but yeah, we could start to spread out and just stay away from the other tours that are going to walk through here. Definitely with yours, Luke, try not to fall.
I'm vlogging. What's up, guys? We're here.
Hey, ready? Want to zoom out on this thing?
Did you get it unmuted?
Yeah.
There we go. I didn't hear anything. You don't want to be all over her face. You're not going to catch the ghost, man.
I just heard a Bryson Tiller song.
Put on, yeah.
Who? What did they sing?
Uh,
What was the lyric?
get in the ride.
Got a nice easy job now?
I'm getting a lot of stuff though. Like it's a couple of ones.
It's not an easy job.
Jump.
I was trying to look. It almost looked like he had somebody right next to him. It almost looked like he had like a double stick figure on there. But all these people should be leaving soon. See how that's picking up all the leaves and the trees back there?
Yeah, I saw that. Oh yeah, look, the double stick figure thing.
They come back again?
Yeah, look, it's like weaking out. Oh, it's gone now.
It's because he's facing you now. It's going to stand to his side or get to his side. Look, you got something going on here. Look. That is not the car. So when you got something and you're not sure if it's
9.
like it's legitimate or not, just say, hey, if you're Ann, raise your right hand. And see, like we've gotten interactions like that before. Try to back again. What do you got going on with yours? Cave? And that's the expectation with this location. It should be normally flat zeros. What'd you get before cave?
Threshold. There's like a lot of songs.
Yeah. So tell me what they're singing. It's like Bumblebee from Transformers, dude.
One of them was like couldn't do it without like something.
So AVMR out of the Ouija board.
AVMR.
And Bonnie Mary Reed.
Oh no, I'll see. Not that I think before.
Let me see what you got.
How are you gonna see what
No,
I?
I'm saying go over there. That's what we're
Trying to listen in with you, Riley, not be all up in your face.
Over the years 4. Fly to you. Why'd I just hear the baby? I swear I just heard the baby. Ready to get over and put her hands on her knees.
You heard hands on my knees?
Yeah.
Where'd the doctor get shot?
Oh.
The baby.
Yo, the baby just got. Wait, that's crazy. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Behind you.
Around, dude.
Wow.
Behind you, right behind.
I heard like hands on the knees.
Right, it's right
And then,
behind
like,
you.
doctor got shot in his knee.
Did you get bleed over from
Wait, you don't want me
Right
to make
now?
sure you're safe?
Did you give that to him because you don't want to be blindfolded?
Oh, that too.
I'm being blindfolded. Alright, sure.
Wait, when are we doing the VR thing?
That's at the next location.
I
Bet.
just heard a creepy like, you know, in a movie if it was like meow.
Yo, we should watch The Conjuring tonight.
Huh?
Do you be watching scary movies or no? Like a lot? What's your favorite?
I'm going to go old school. And it's only because it's the only movie that scared me as a kid.
What is it? Exorcist?
Elm Street? Nightmare on Elm Street?
Poltergeist.
Really? That scared the shit out of my mom too.
Exorcist scared me.
Wait, what's it called?
Poltergeist?
Poltergeist?
Yeah. It's actually
Never heard of it.
a type of ghost. It basically means noisy ghost.
Really?
Babadook.
Huh.
GORD.
So my mom, even though I was raised in a very religious home, would love to watch horror movies with me, including a lot of the black and white classics.
Yeah.
But at the age of 9, she sat me down and we watched The Exorcist again,
Really?
which was very weird because it was like the full-on version. And if you've ever
Yeah.
seen it, like that's a little weird to be watching at 9 years old, especially with your mom.
I know.
But my
It's
mom was
taking
all
my shame.
interesting.
Like I heard that twice.
But yeah, I love watching.
I saw everything.
Poltergeist.
What's the most
Yeah, this is. I don't even know.
accurate scary movie you watched?
The baby.
None of them, because it's all Hollywood to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all Hollywood, including
I
all
do
the
it
different
all.
TV shows, the new Conjuring stuff, and I love watching. Like, if you guys watch them in order.
Oh, I love The Conjuring.
See,
I heard a scream. I'm
like
not
an
kidding.
actual scream.
Like an
Did you
actual-
wait?
I've
You
heard
didn't just
that.
hear that?
That was a
focused
that
on
was a
that.
scream.
That was,
I heard it too.
So
Oh,
hopefully
man.
you got the audio from it.
yeah, that was loud.
I did not like that. That was a scream.
One of the first nights we had that, because I haven't had that one for very long.
I heard one over there. I feel like. Did we not?
This used to be the
I have
last
no
stop,
idea.
and I was
I have
packing
no
things
idea.
up, and I took the device from the person, and it said pirate. I mean, plain as fuck. I mean,
Really?
it was crazy. And I was kind of like, and we had a light night, like lighter than what we're having here tonight. So,
That was
That
weird.
was scary.
Sadie's my dog's name.
really? Dude, who'd you bring with you? You heard your name, you got your dog's name.
That's my
I
ferret's
heard
name
fire.
too.
I heard my dog's
No,
name.
no. Say, no,
Our
you
old
had a ferret,
ferret.
like, 10 years ago.
No, I had a friend who died like a while ago. He died in a fire.
What was his first name?
Jesse.
That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Because you got the word fire.
Fire.
Here, at a
And
location
then
that we don't
one
normally
thing
see.
that I remember about him, he couldn't like sleep like for a long time. And then like I kind of helped him get into that. And then I heard like I couldn't do something.
Gotcha.
I'm probably just.
It's going to be an interesting Estes method. I want to see what comes out of this. So don't search for it. Just let shit happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm not like looking for it. I'm just like here.
Robbie, did you get Jesse earlier?
What's coming out of that now?
What you could be referring.
Could be, because it did, dress as a male. But we normally get a lot of female terms here, so that way we know she's female. Remember, when you hold those close together,
Luke, make sure to record this because that's.
I am. This thing
I'm
is.
close enough to you'll have it here.
Got it.
I have a voice recorder in there. You're so quiet.
She's very scared.
Really? Are you okay?
Look, I'm letting you do it.
Bunch of zeros. That's a good thing.
That means there's no
It's
ghosts.
not like, hey, the ghost is over there, you're gonna get a number. That means the ghost is right here in front
I'm
of you.
just scared it's gonna fall on me.
You're fine.
Not
Honestly,
gonna get thrown over him.
I would
I
never.
could do this every night. I would not take you to dangerous spaces. There are spaces around town, by the way, that I will not take you.
Can you take me?
No.
What do you think
Just
about
far
the
over
old
there?
jail?
That's one of the places I don't take strangers.
Really?
Me and her have been there.
Me and Riley went
We
there.
go there.
We go there like.
Where?
I took Polaroid pictures there.
She's taking. She's
Wait,
taking.
where?
It's in the, what's that? There's a
That place is
Stax,
creepy.
like the Stax camera.
Yeah.
My daughter had one of those when we were using it there. Every time I take somebody there, somebody passes out.
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
where?
The old jail.
We've heard stories
I've
about that, like people passing out and shit there.
Yeah.
Wait, what about that one church where the girl supposedly died
Which one?
from like poison?
She got
You were telling me
poisoned?
about that. She got poisoned.
No, it was a wedding.
It was a wedding and she got poisoned.
She
before
was
the wedding.
around the side and she dropped dead.
14 years.
Somebody was poisoning her over time. I don't remember who it was.
It was her like husband or something.
Yeah, it was the
somebody-
No,
guy.
they blamed her husband, like soon to
Talking
be
about
husband.
Lavinia Fisher?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
No,
she-
that's
the
the
serial-
first serial killer.
Right.
Yes, I was talking to. I was actually telling him the story of her by the old city
You
jail.
were telling me about that.
because
yeah,
that's where she was held.
she
correct,
was
or
telling
no?
me about that.
Yes,
She was telling me
and
about
I
that.
thought that was interesting because
Yeah,
that's.
I was there just running equipment and obviously, doing a podcast
Denver.
episode on it. And I go to these places during the daytime because ghosts don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And everything that we got out
Take
of my spirit
my
boxes
arm.
were all like names, more names, more names, and what was it?
Something I keep hearing Denver.
Bro, I just got like chills right
Is
now.
that
That's fine.
Denver? Like
So when we get odd cities that we wouldn't normally hear on Charleston radio stations, I'll write them down because a lot of times it's connected to whoever I got next on the tour. So I'll get like where they came from
Yeah.
or their origin country. Because I see people from Canada and Australia and all kinds of places. And they'll give me their name, and then like if somebody's like preempting, like hey, we might have. And I'm just going to use Sadie as an example. I got somebody named Sadie coming in from Denver, and I don't look at the names until the next day, so that way I can remember all of your names in the current time. But that happens at least 3 or 4 times a year.
the only church.
Is that what you just heard? The only church? Okay. I'm trying to figure out like if you're trying to make conversation or if that's the shit you're
No,
hearing because your voice doesn't change.
I'm just.
Some people's voice changes when they listen to that thing, and it's easy to tell. Like they say the only church, and then they just stop. But he was talking in conversation with me, and then he said the only church, and he just fucking stopped. I'm like, what the hell did you just do?
Bring a guest
What did I
or
tell you
don't
about
bring a
Calvin
guest.
Alley? What was down there?
Yo,
I do what I want.
she's throwing a
shoot.
party. Yo, Air Frank's throwing a
14
party.
years,
Baby.
is what you heard, right? You want to know why?
I do what I want. Shoot.
Hands on the knees.
So
You hearing it again?
Huh?
Did you-
I did hear it.
remember I told you about
Not
Eliza
that, not
Pinckney?
that song, but I did hear it.
They were only married for how long? 14 years. Where do you think Charles Pinckney's buried?
14th Street.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Wait, who's that?
That's Charles Pinckney,
The
Eliza's
first
husband.
stop we
He's
were-
buried across
yeah,
the
yeah.
street. She just served 14 years, which is a clue because they were only married for 14 years.
Oh wow.
So if we get something else
we're
relevant,
still
then
good.
obviously Chuck came to visit us. You guys see how this all works together and how
Yeah.
it's not a scary thing, Riley? It's about learning the history.
Hey, do you ever go to scary places and look for scary things?
It depends. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
gonna
wouldn't the
take-
ghost not go there? Cause like,
What do you mean?
wouldn't
about
the
the
ghost
jail?
not go to like scary? Actually, well,
The
that's
jail,
different.
the jail
That's
is the
different.
only thing that scares me downtown.
The jail down here is just. I'm not taking strangers there. Like,
Yeah.
It's too much.
It seems
Yeah.
like a dangerous place.
Wasn't
guys are just
Blackbeard?
pissed
Wasn't
off.
Blackbeard
My,
held there too?
Friend got,
No, Blackbeard
she
is
got
older than
kicked
that.
out
Where was
because
she?
the ghost
Um,
attached to her and started
okay.
scratching her
The
back.
big like governor building where the George
I
Washington
haven't even
room
set
is.
foot inside the
I
building.
forget.
I
I've
was
been
just
in
on the
there.
grounds
talking about?
and I had
Yes, I
all
do.
that shit out.
I've been in there. Like,
Bro, remember when you wanted? You remember when we
They
started
used to do.
sneaking
They
in?
used to do tours in there, but
You had 707 earlier, didn't you?
I'm not sure.
You did because I wrote it down. He just heard it again.
866.
Well, 866 is
Yeah,
too
area
easy.
code.
But 707, I was hoping we were going to get it again because that's Dr. Latt's birthday, July 7th.
Really?
707. We normally will get double seven all the time.
Have you ever gotten Laviana's Fishers?
I had nothing relevant to Lavinia whatsoever.
Really?
I've never had anything come through.
Yo, I
in
just
any of
heard
the spaces I've been
Budapest.
down here.
What's the
Are you happy?
What's the darkest thing you came across over here?
What?
Just saying. I don't really look at it that way. If you want something
Yeah.
that's like shit that I was super like amazed by of like some of the activity, I did the Flight 93 Memorial in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. That's the 9/11 crash. Was some of you that
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So I went to the memorial just to pay my respects. Had a bunch of gear running, and everything that came through. And I didn't know all the history of the space, but I had things coming through that were relevant to the Iraqis, and then a whole other spirit box that was giving me things that were all American things that were relevant to like I had passenger names and so forth and so on. On my thermal imaging camera, I had a full blue apparition overlooking the site wearing a hat just like mine. There 1 second and gone the next. There was a 25-degree difference between ambient temperature and him, because it did pick up on the temperature for me. But that one surprised the shit out of me because that was a lot of research to be able to see what actually matched up.
Yeah.
I've had someone kind of channel through me, which was an interesting one because it actually turned out to be somebody famous, and it was actually quite interesting. I was down in Beaufort, South Carolina, researching an old fort, and I had this, with my seizures and whatnot. Sometimes I'll get like they call them cluster headaches.
Yes,
I hadn't
those
had
are bad.
I hadn't had one in probably over a year. While I was getting another one.
Is this the plant?
My dog, I have an ESA, was going crazy, and my wife, my current wife, and my daughter,
Yeah.
I told them go finish, just get me some readings. And I'm
No,
gonna
that's
sit
the
here
fucking
by her
plant in
and
the
chill.
pole.
I hope so.
And it turns out the phrases that were
Nah,
coming out of
bro'd
the
be
spirit box
dancing
matched
for
up
real.
with lines that Harriet Tubman
See
wrote
that?
I hope
Bro's
that's-
dancing.
a bunch of slaves.
I hope that's the
Bro's
pole.
active.
Harriet, she used to get cluster headaches.
I
on the
know
left
he's
side of
listening to
her
Michael
head,
Jackson.
Same way that I did.
I do what I
I
want.
have
Shoot.
a cluster headache for months.
That's really cool.
And normally my cluster headaches, I can time them like they come every day for months at a time. Like
Yeah.
2 p.m., that's when it's going to hit. What do you got now?
We used to go there, holding it.
Yeah, he could do this all day.
I know.
I really could.
I thought he was just trying to talk to you just now. I didn't know
I
you.
told you, he's very conversational in pieces.
I
All
like
right, so I
it.
don't feel like we got a whole lot of Anne Bonny shit going on here. You guys agree to that?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one's pretty light. So we're gonna go over. That's can go to any one of these people. We're gonna go over to that wall. We're gonna wrap this one up pretty quick. I'll give you all the answers, and then tell you why I give you that key to the.
Born today.
Someone's birthday.
I heard born today. Really?
I'm not shitting.
Really?
March 8th.
I heard born today.
Oh shit.
Yo, what?
I swear to God, I I like this one more than that one.
I know. I knew you.
Oh man, it's going better than you, right?
No, 100%. I'm not good at like picking up on things.
I'm hearing this earthquake.
It's an earthquake fault. So if they have an earthquake, they tighten them so the building doesn't get further damaged. It just doesn't work. But you can see like how crude they are because they were put there in 1793. I think it was 1793. What do you got?
State Farm. State Farm ad.
I got 5 of them.
Yeah, they crude near the electrical poles. Remember? Once we get closer up here, you're gonna get a 4 to a 6. Do this every day. You know exactly what you're gonna see. Almost. At least the bunking part of it. So the heat of the morning, the headache, the nausea, the dizziness that was there earlier, it's because of this location. You guys are gonna kick out of this little piece too. This location, a couple years ago, month of September, probably the same temperatures of what we're at now. I take my group to the back like I always do, and the kid next to me, he's probably 21, 22 years old. He starts to faint.
Wait, where?
In the back, right where we were.
Oh, really?
So I have to pick him up by his armpit so he doesn't hit his head on the ground. His boyfriend picked him up from the other side of him. We brought him to this wall. I told the story of Ann Bonnie like I've already told you. Yeah, he probably needed a helmet.
Literally, as you said it, like it just popped up.
What, helmet?
So it says helmet. So I spread everybody out because this used to be the last stop. So but the 2 guys are still sitting here on the wall, and they pull me aside and say, "Nick, we have to tell you, we are 2 transgender males and 2 females, just
That
like
is
males,
crazy.
just like Anna and Mary in the story on the tour."
That's actually crazy.
That's weird shit that I see. That's why I give that heated warning at the top of the night. It's not a scare tactic, guys. It's real shit. So a lot of people think like, oh, he's just trying to scare us. I get a lot of hecklers. I'm sure you guys can imagine. But at the same time, we'll go over these very quick, short answers for Ann Bonnie, and then we're gonna go blindfold some of you and hang out in Washington Park. By the way, do you guys know your way around downtown?
No, we kind of just wander around and figure it out.
You just figured it out.
When I get you guys, like when I give you directions back to your car, are you guys going back to your car?
Yeah.
So you're going to be coming from this street right here, even though I have to take you this way, just because that's residential. I won't be able to cut us through there to get you there, but when you guys come back, that's the street you're going to be on.
So I just don't all see you again.
Yeah, you're going to be walking by again. This is one of the few pictures of Ann
I
Bonnie
think she kind of likes me.
that you can find where she actually has a shirt on. So the reason why is she used to basically flash the guy that she just shot to show that they were just killed by a woman.
That's kind of disrespectful.
She's badass, dude.
Yeah,
That's the whole
yeah,
point.
that is badass.
So obviously her hair color is red. The city that she grew up in is Cork, Ireland, and the names of her parents are William Cormac and Mary Brennan. So kind of keep that in mind. We never did get to finish all the answers for Eliza. Did you guys take? I didn't tell you who the president was that was Eliza's.
No.
It was George Washington.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was gonna guess
Yo,
that.
she was with George Washington?
Well, he was a pallbearer, so he was a friend of the family, obviously business partner.
Yeah.
But what's funny about that whole scenario is I normally ask you guys, but we got distracted by whatever was going on around us. Because when we got to that location, I told y'all I'm not going to give you questions like what color is George Washington's white horse. I do that on purpose, so I subliminally put George Washington in the back of all of your brains, waiting to see who's going to give me the answer. But again, if it is somebody with a spirit box, I take it and give it to somebody else because I don't want her repeating all the same shit I've already said. And the point I'm trying to make here is the Mary Brennan that was Ann Bonnie's mother was not another subliminal trick. We had Mary Reed that was the friend/lover. So we just happen to have 2 different Marys in the story. Calico Jack, I also show you what he looked like because everybody wants to see what they based Johnny Depp's character off of. Calico Jack was named that because of the jackets that he wore. They came from British captains that he killed. So, yeah, his father was a tailor. So textiles and material was very important to the Raccoon family. Calico Jack basically means fancy jacket. That's what it stands for. The name of his ship was called the Kingston. Don't expect the word Kingston to show up on either of the spirit boxes we're using because you're listening to Charleston radio stations. Maybe yours now because that one will pick up disembodied voices better than his. But at the same time, the word king would suffice from these 3 devices. If you heard the word king when asking about the ship, I would take that as kind of a, okay, we got a direct answer. Is to take what you can get. So kind of keep that in mind. You guys already know the gist of like what's going on with the next location. That's the blindfold session that we're going to be going through. Yep. So I think I'm all about that VR. So, have you done VR? Are you like into this?
Oh, I'm just down to do it.
Okay, it's an interesting piece. So, what's going to happen? You're going to definitely keep an eye on your meter when we enter the park because we're going into Washington Park. We've seen triple digits in there, but you're definitely going to keep an eye on it the entire time we're there. And then, of course, whatever answers don't come out adjusted, hopefully they're going to come to your device. We're going to keep you on mute again because I'm going to be focused on what's going on with him. So actually, if you want to listen along the way so you can kind of get some more footage with it, and then I'll take it from you once we get into the park. Any other major questions on pirates? I know you guys keep asking me about all the crazy dark shit that I've seen in my lifetime. Keep getting us off track, but that's okay. A lot of people ask me those questions, and I have seen a lot of shit, which is why I continue to do this. I just don't take it as a creep factor or something dark or negative. This is how we learn these people's lives and their history.
Have you ever been creeped out?
Like ever.
The Harriet Tubman thing kind of freaked me out.
Wait, what happened with Harry Tubman?
He explained it.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that was a little much for me. Like once I pieced it all together of what was going on. I mean, this was like 2 weeks later, me going through everything and finding. But I had full lines of things that she wrote in a letter to a girl. The same fucking letter.
She said that all that shit.
Came through a spirit box. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. So, very crazy stuff. The 9/11 piece, that was interesting too. So, the old jail is, I get asked about that all the time. But on the tours, I just told you another creepy story. When people get hurt by things I'm trying to entertain with, that's scary for me too. Because that's like, it's a great moment for paranormal, stuff. But I don't want you guys getting hurt. That's the whole point. That list sucks tonight, man. I'm gonna be honest. Again, I don't make shit up. So if his list sucks, it sucks. I think some of the best stuff we've had so far has been over at Pinckney Mansion. We got a couple of Dr. Ladd things over here, hands on my knees. We got his birthday. We got a couple of things with Dr. Ladd matched up. He had the word chicken, by the way, in case you guys missed that. Remember, cows, chickens, and goats were held in Cow Alley. So again, light little touches like that. So when you guys find those, the birthday thing is the best piece we've had so far. Born today. And the only reason I remember that is because my brother and his wife, their birthdays are Anne Bonny's birthday and death date. So his wife, she has her birthday and my brother has her death date. So it's very interesting.
That is cool. That's cool.
Well, you guys, I've spouted off how many dates do you guys? There's a way that I have to remember all of this.
4 times.
Technically 5.
4 boyfriends?
4 boyfriends, 4 lovers that we know of. I'm sure there were many, many more, including Blackbeard himself. Charles Vane, I'm sure she had a few flings with him. What was it up? Plural. With all of the people we've talked about so far,
I
all
just heard
lived here at
walk
the
like
same
an
time.
Egyptian. That's all.
But they all lived here at the same time. They may have all known each other. Like Anne Bonny, Dr. Ladd, Anne Bonny, or Eliza Pinkham. I think they all lived here in the mid to late 1700s. There's a way to keep track of all this shit, guys. You just have to find the links. All right, let's go blindfolds.
Shit myself.
The thing is he won't because he's not going to know what's happening.
Josh didn't tell me.
So what exactly am I doing with this? 'Cause I thought that was her role. So what exactly am I doing?
So when we get there, I'm going to give you a blindfold.
Charlie, oh God. Okay.
Pointing my fingers. You pointing my fingers.
It's the highest thing I've got.
I got like a. Bro, that scream that we heard was so loud.
I
That scared me so much.
that almost made me cry. That was scary.
Yo, you should watch a scary movie tonight.
I'm saying this random shit.
Do a marathon.
The blindfolded person, you have to wait for the recording. So I'm not going to be the same
We're on the move. What's up, guys? It's your boy,
Is this the
Ghost
park?
Hunter Luke.
park?
It's crazy out here.
Can I have it?
I'm just kidding. I don't do that shit. I don't smoke nicotine.
You better not.
I've never
Riley,
had.
is that your stop? You gonna hang out?
Right, cemetery.
No, thank you.
We can throw you over that fence. It's not a big deal.
I don't like that.
I got order Roger stepping in my office.
Roger?
Yeah.
I got Jace.
Yeah,
sorry.
Stay back there.
I think it's not good.
Yeah.
Did it show me?
No, to the ghost behind it. Flight team stand up.
Slave. I heard slave.
Southward, like possible.
What is that?
By the way, before we move any further, this gives you guys something to do for this long walk, because this is the longest stretch that we actually go. Did you guys notice the QR codes on the back of your...
Yeah.
That's my business card. If you guys want all my social stuff, including TikTok, yours doesn't have it. Doesn't fit on the robot guy. Yours is too small. You don't have it either. He has two that have it. But anyway, if you have Apple, you scan it, and it gives you that little yellow bar underneath, and it puts all my socials in there, website, phone number, email address, all the crazy stuff. And then if you're an Android, you just hold your phone to it, and it automatically puts it in there. You just hit save to phone, and it gives you all my socials.
What the fuck going on down here in Florida, man? These gators is bugging. They must not know that I'm bugging. Oh wait, they kind of started out.
Did you ever live here?
Yeah. Did you say daddy?
I heard that too.
You guys having a great old time.
Is it that haunted?
Justin tweaking.
I think that's haunted too. Oh wait, no. It's not.
The demons are coming. Wait, what?
Surgery?
What?
What?
Wait, Bradley, did you just hear Randy on the radio?
You're bugging. You imagine
I-
Randy?
No, I'm not even. Justin, I'm not even kidding. Bro, I'm not kidding. Riley. Bro, Riley, are you not gonna back me up here?
No.
You so fake. No, Justin, I ain't even gonna hold you. She just whispered in my ear. I just heard Randy twice, and I don't want to tell him because it's gonna freak him out. Are you serious? I swear to.
It could have been Granny.
Oh, nah.
We didn't go to Randy.
No, you
Who
could.
I go to,
Justin getting
I'm
exposed.
not gonna freak, like, I'm not gonna
Justin's getting doxxed right now by this ghost.
Yo, for real. Why is bro asking me?
How does bro know dog's name?
There's like It's actually
She's a big dog all day.
I know. I heard about that.
you have?
Everyone has.
Is that the tree?
I have no idea.
I think it is.
I don't know what church it was. I just heard about it.
The white church.
Online plus overtime.
Okay, wait, I have to look.
Wow. What a nice place Charleston is.
I don't like it. I've
Bro,
been in
Charleston
here
is so nice.
before. Me either.
Bro, you live here.
No, but I don't live here.
I don't like downtown.
I never like adventure
I don't
just.
I love it.
Yeah, this is so monumental. Bro, I'm too cool to say stuff like that. Let me just hold my Ouija board in the back of the pack. Yeah, go find chickens, buddy. While I find ghosts with my camera. Boy. Bro, there's a ghost behind you, bro. Yeah, watch me do the VR.
Yo,
Riley,
Luke,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
have you get up.
Yeah.
You need to sit down.
Sit on
Y'all
down,
We're gonna
Luke.
take his camera.
Not you, buddy. You don't get to.
I need that little spirit box.
Sit on down, Luke.
Oh no, you're gonna be up filming.
Ah,
See ya.
That way there.
hey, you don't get to say anything else.
No full poodle.
Me, dang it.
All y'all are standing. You guys about to see me get possessed. Hopefully not. Molested? I said possessed, not molested. Cool though.
Ready? So let me explain how this is gonna go. So that way everybody knows. So Justin, I know we kind of talked about it on the way here, but you're gonna have to do it again. So he's gonna be blindfolded. I'm gonna be talking to him as if he's the ghost. He's gonna have a spirit box on both ears, and in the event that you're too loud, I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder. You just quiet down a little bit. I got neighbors. I'm trying not to piss them off. Okay. The other thing.
away.
Another one. This guy's doing it. So you're gonna literally repeat everything that you hear. And then when we're done, I'm just gonna tap you on the knee, and then you take off the blindfold.
Just like random shit, just like
And a what?
like just random shit.
Yeah. And this should look like a conversation. That's the hope here, is that what he and I are gonna be talking about. I'm gonna be asking him questions, and then of course you guys will see the relevance of this once I give you guys all the history. Tell him who Mandy is. I remember the doctor's fiance name was Amanda. This acts like a Batman mask, so your ears are gonna go where my fingers are. Don't put it on just yet. But that's how this is gonna go with him. So Luke, you're gonna be having my phone in it. My wife is sending you dirty pictures. You need to let me know what they are. So this is new for what I'm doing out here. So we haven't bought a new phone. Kind of fit this into it. Now that there's a staple, I'm looking at which model so I want to put in there so it just stays in the headset instead of using it on your phone. You're going to be seeing random images and basically rolling smoke in the background. It's not a 3D virtual world where it's going to be in your face like a video game. Okay, so it's just going to be 2D. It will feel like in a virtual world, like you won't be able to see the space around us, but you're just going to describe the pictures in a simple manner. He's going to give us a lot of shit, and he's not going to be able to hear you. So you're going to have to keep it simple. So if it's two guys on a bench with a tree, two guys bench tree. If he's not talking, I'll ask you probing questions like, hey, what's the time period? What are those two guys wearing?
Justin looks so
I want to know a little bit of detail. Now we will all be able to see what he's seeing once we're done. I'm going to show you guys all of these images, plus it'll be in your report.
Got it.
The hope here is that what you're seeing. Damn, I keep bringing up the wrong.
I mean, I'm not gonna know what's going on.
Yeah, he's going to be
I'm
clueless.
just saying random shit.
This is only going to be 10 minutes long. The reason why is because basically what Justin's going through, I've had people go through seizures, I've had people hyperventilate. I don't write anything down during this whole session because I want to make sure I'm focused on their breathing. You guys are going to help me out because if something looks wrong, you're going to have to let me know. Or I'll ask you like, hey, Justin's breathing a little heavy. Is that normal? Kind of mentality.
Yes,
Okay.
it is normal.
We've already got one image generating. It actually looks like a playing card, just so you guys know. So we're going to have that one image on there. It doesn't
Justin
really
breathing
make
heavy.
sense, but it will be
It's like the most average experience.
So let me set this up real quick, and all you're going to have to do is look straight ahead. You're going to have,
I
like,
do one of these before.
so if you look down, you're obviously going to have buttons down there. Try not to hit any of those buttons. I'm going to set it up for you to where all you have to do is look straight. It's just calibrating right now. So at this point, Justin, go ahead and blindfold down. Headphones on, both ears. And then
I
once
feel
you
like
get
Justin's
your
got the
volume
most
set,
action
turn
this
up
whole
the volume,
time.
I want to make sure you're not cheating.
I can't find this shit.
May.
Where is it? Here?
Hang on a
All
second.
right, should I turn it up? Yeah, turn
Yep,
it all the way.
turn
All
it
the
up.
way, all the way. No, all the way.
Just so you
Yeah,
can hear
yeah,
me.
all the way.
I'm going to test to see if you can hear me or not. Perfect.
You can hear
What
me.
color is the blue banana? Perfect. Oh, I know you can't hear me now. Your focus is right here and his play. Right, and your filming this entire thing. Let's get
Yep.
it nice and tight. Keep an eye on your EMF reader. And you said you had the word name.
Doctor. I wrote it out. Doctor operator.
Tell me, tap my leg when this start.
We just said 7.
7.
Doctor's birthday, guys. July 7th. And he's got a doctor image right there.
Okay.
Keep asking.
By the way, Dr. Ladd this is the one he creeps in because the house he lived in, that 59 Church Street, is literally right around the corner. That's why he kind of creeps out over here.
On
Too.
the chandelier.
What's funny is that's not the little kind of spooky way. So Dr. Ladd, I need you to step away.
If you say my name,
Henry Timrod.
are you ready for an experience?
Yeah, we're ready for you to come talk to us.
Tell you what I like.
Henry,
How should Christians ride?
let's start off with your occupation. Can you tell us what you did for a living?
Stop.
No, I'm not.
Programming.
We're not leaving. You guys get the whole point
Leave
where we're
me.
blindfolding him,
Yeah.
right? So he has heightened hearing.
Yeah.
Hey, don't fall asleep in that, dude.
I'm not saying nothing.
I got
Your drink.
page.
Nothing's showing up.
Well, you might get the one image. You might get 12.
Stay.
You never know. We are going to stay. Henry, let's start off with your occupation. I got a bunch of young folks here. They would like to know your story from you
Oh
first.
my God. Let me out. Animal. Charleston.
Henry, your job. What did you do? Let me know whatever you get on this guy. 'Cause sometimes if it doesn't come here,
No.
it comes through there. What do you have there? Page?
Page.
He was a writer.
Okay.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
We're on the right path. Dr. Ladd, you still need to keep in
You.
the background.
I thought about. Does that mean stop?
No, that means tone it down. There you go. Trying not to be too loud. There's people's backyard is right there. He's already,
You.
Henry, want more about your occupation? What kind of writing did you do?
Before.
Henry, what kind of writing did you do? Keep track of time. Let's see, how long they've been on there, you think? 2 minutes? Sound about right?
Out. Out.
Henry,
West.
we're using,
West County.
we're using the green box too. You can give us images.
Stop them.
No, we're not stopping. Henry, back to,
Going to.
back to your job. What did you write? What did you write about?
When you talk about them. Yeah, it's right.
There's the word right again.
I want to see you.
Henry,
Shout.
these folks here are younger than what I normally bring along. So
I see you.
you used to be a school teacher, so teach them.
Take.
Lift up your act.
Thought he was gonna say lift up your ass.
I thought I said that.
It's like what?
Paper.
Okay.
Sleep.
I see a bed. Bedroom. 2 beds.
How old is this bedroom?
Volcano.
It looks like a motel room. Paintings on the wall.
Struggles come with a purpose.
Lamp on the nightstand.
Okay.
It's a big bed and a little bed next to it.
Why
you
is
go
Luke
down, you
doing
better
the
float.
description? Literally the artist.
There are the paper machines. I've seen a lot.
Henry, are you talking about a printing press?
Hold the
It's a yes/no question.
tree. You'll have fun.
We're trying to have fun, Henry, but you need to teach us more shit. Keep going on about your writing.
There's so much to lose.
Why is he screaming? Is he always like?
Yes.
been here
He's
before.
he's loud. He's loud.
I was worried about that when
No,
you
you-
handed it over. I'm like, damn it.
Cornerstone.
You should see him like canes and stuff.
I'm made of.
Henry, let's talk about your wife.
Everyone is a Christian
Can you tell us your wife's
world. I laid ratification.
name? Give him a job later for shits
I
and
can
giggles.
feel
or anything.
your.
Just gonna have him do this 24/7.
Guys, I just get jump scared really bad.
I thought, why would
Henry,
Justin.
we're running out of time.
How did you
For
jump?
all.
When I look to my right, it's just all darkness, and then the smoke showed up really quick.
I told you it'll just line up with you.
Scared me so bad.
Did you just shit your pants?
I think a little bit.
I've taken.
I'm gonna walk you to the bar.
Thank you.
There was a gunshot.
Oh.
Under the. Lady A.
Oh my god.
Doesn't quiet down.
Not required for you.
Henry, do you want us to go home?
You'll fall through.
Give us the word home if you'd like us to leave.
At the mansion.
Oh. Too bad my house is in a mansion.
Henry,
I live in a shack.
Friends.
Henry, do you want us to go home? We'll make our normal deal.
Settle down.
Give us another image. That was for
This
you
is
two
the
over there.
only way.
Give us another image and we'll call
Say
it.
my
Ooh.
way. 21 years. I've been whispering in the shadows of the ocean.
That
Jeez.
was serious. By
Yeah.
the way, Dr. Ladd died at the age of 22, so that's a close but no cigar. I'm thoroughly impressed with all of the paper terms that came through, plus the word page. Like, I'm highly impressed with that, just so you guys know where I'm sitting.
Herewith
Who else is here?
you.
Yeah, no shit. We know. Henry, who else is here? I'm assuming Dr. Ladd is with you?
New York.
Oh.
He's coming back
He's coming back right now?
under my teeth. Come on.
No other images?
Don't forget me.
Henry, I'm here every night. I can't.
I'm literally
Henry, we're running out of time.
my friend.
Which friend are you referring to?
That's why I do.
Henry,
Don't move.
have you seen any numbers, by the way?
Why? Over me. You want to hear more about the
Yeah.
attraction?
No, we want to
Seeing her?
give us more about your writing. You seem to be very focused on your writing today.
You don't know other people? Put it down.
You want us to leave? Tell us to go home.
I love.
He's the Tourette syndrome guy.
I know.
Never. Never crying.
No other crazy terms.
No, just
All day.
I think we've slowed down. No images, Luke. Okay, let's get him out of there.
jump scared.
All right. Gonna take that blindfold off, Luke. Gonna give me my phone back before my wife is sending me all kinds of pretty pictures.
Is there anything?
I got automatically.
Is there anything?
Yes,
Really?
I'm gonna explain. It's pretty light stuff, but I'm thoroughly
We can,
impressed with the
sort of
repetition of the word paper, because we also had the word page that showed up on.
I'd take it a lot.
And you
Yeah.
know what's weird? When
There's a
he
lot of
said
random stuff.
the word bed, a bedroom popped up in my.
Okay, so it's Women's Day. Can we sit down
Yeah, you guys can swap.
Yeah, jeez, what's
You can
going
stop
on?
your recording too, by the way.
Oh, okay. I saw one. Wait, doesn't it like pick up trees?
It will pick up trees and anything with leaves are not your best friend. Would you?
Stay away.
Stay away. Anybody else hear anything?
I got go.
Go. Did you get anything out of yours? Or were you not listening?
I wasn't listening.
Oh, shit. I was hoping you guys were going to be listening along the way. Let's go ahead and put you on mute.
I think I just got another stay away.
That's okay. We're going to hang out. Trust me. We're going to be fine. Yeah, definitely get you on mute.
Justin, why are you levitating?
Yeah, let's go ahead and mute you up. There you go. And with your camera, if anybody's going to be coming in here, they're going to be coming in the same way we did, or they're going to kind of creep in between that ivy wall. Don't worry. It's going to be another tour if they do. So all you're going to do at that point, Riley, is you're going to just take that top handle and just hold it like a purse, so that way we could still get a good long view of the alley. Yep. So again, you might almost want to be like up there, so you can hold it in your left hand, and that way you're. There we go. So that we get a nice long view of the alleyway.
We would if they were
Exactly.
standing in the way.
Sorry, don't move. So the whole point is, like, yes, it will pick up leaves and anything, you know, with trees, branches, so forth and so on. Really, when I'm watching this part of the video, I'm looking for anybody walking up and down this alleyway. What we've caught here in the past, we did get somebody kind of creeping away from that garbage can, just kind of like doing one of these and checking us out a little bit, and then just kind of stayed there. And it was like a good 5 to 6 second long interaction from the camera. We didn't get it in real time. Somebody thought they saw something with a different camera, so I just reviewed all 3 cameras that we were using that night and caught it on the SLS, which was super cool. So, any other words I need to know about? Give me the last 3 words you had, other than stay away.
That's 3 factor, specialized replacement doll.
Doll?
Doll.
Bunch of trying to scare you away kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get more to go on with that. Go ahead and turn up your sensitivity if you've seen how I did that. That's above the red dot. Or below the red dot. Turn it clockwise. There you go. Crank it up in here. So with yours, Luke, anything above an 8. The reason why is because we do have lampposts creating electricity for us. I want to make sure what we have is legitimate. Those lampposts do not usually give us anything above a 7. So I want to make sure an 8 or above is what we're looking for. All right. Let's talk about why we're here. Why you guys make me talk a lot. Philadelphia Alley. This place used to be called Dueler's Alley. Every ghost story comes down here. I'm going to tell you the same damn story.
To duel.
Yeah, exactly. So, all the ghost stories, you know, come down here. Again, this is the guy that won't leave me alone. He'll actually probably follow us later on.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy here?
Yep. And you have to remember, this guy has talked about from hundreds of ghost tours every single week. I'm the only one with communication. Who do you think he's going to follow?
You.
So, exactly. And again, the rest of you that will be able to hear me during this whole blindfold.
I heard Philly.
I'm not surprised. Let's kind of go over this history very quickly, and I'll show you why we're here. We do have people coming by, so you're in a perfect spot. So when another couple or anybody comes through, we just kind of split the seas and let them pass. I'll stop talking, so that way they can, you know, do what they got to do. Anyway, here's how this goes. A doctor moves down here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. If Riley hears the song Brown-Eyed Girl while we're here, it's not coincidence. It's part of his name. We get it all the time. So kind of keep that in mind. I don't want you looking for it, but it does occur quite a bit. Sorry, just trying to keep an eye on that couple. You get a lot of dog walkers. It's a very peaceful alley.
Look what she just put down.
Start
crawling.
So, with that said, by the way, I want you to keep in mind the initials RI from Rhode Island. It'll make a whole lot more sense. So, with yours, Robbie, you're going to be looking for the letters RI specifically. Your device is the reason why. This is location is the reason why I even have it. I'll explain why in just a couple minutes. How you doing, folks?
Doing fine. Ghost City?
Yes. So, Dr. Ladd moves here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents. She has an attorney helping her out with all of this money, and the attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's cash flow. So he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. Dr. Ladd moves down here to Charleston to prove that he's not. On his way into town, the coachman he had set him up to be robbed and killed. It's like having a bad Uber driver, guys. They drop you off and there's somebody there with a gun waiting to kill you, so that the way the driver can take your money. We're gonna let these ladies pass. Sorry, ladies, we're in your way.
Y'all getting anything?
A little bit here and there. See, we're the weirdos. People starting to recognize us, guys. It's a good time. But anyway, so back to Dr. Ladd. as he's about to get killed by this coachman, somebody walks by and seen what was about to happen. His name is Ralph Isaacs. His initials R.I. We are getting the letters R.I. all the time from regular spirit boxes, so I bought the Ouija board device specifically for this location to see who it was relative to, because remember, Rhode Island is where the doctor came from.
Yeah.
Ralph Isaacs is from here. Not necessarily, but he was already kind of a local. We've gotten RI about half a dozen times in the year I've had that device. Only when I bring up Ralph, though, so keep that in mind. Anyway, Ralph tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me. We're going to go to 59 Church Street. You can rent a room from these friends of mine. You'll be safe and good to go. Doc took him up on the offer. The two gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. He's not after Amanda's money. He's making his own. So Amanda gets wind of this. She's moving down, and that way they could be married. Dr. Ladd became known as the Whistling Doctor, simply because he whistled all the time. Another reason why I hate this story is because it's a big old cliche. No matter what haunted city you're ever going to visit in the future, they're all going to have a whistling ghost. Charleston's just happens to be a doctor. Back to Dr. Ladd and Ralph. They go see plays together, but they cannot sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. The doctor gets better seats. On the way home one night, after seeing Richard III, Dr. Ladd and Ralph were arguing over an actress they just saw that was new to town. Dr. Ladd thought she was great, and Ralph didn't. So the argument turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiancée, Amanda, back home in Rhode Island. It got really ugly. They went their separate ways. Ralph went to his friends at the newspaper, though, and put an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of like, you're a dick, kind of mentality. So anyway, Doc saw the ad, but rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley. So they came down here, back to back. They took their 10 paces away from each other. They turned. The doctor pointed his gun in the air and shot his one bullet. He didn't want to kill his friend. He just wanted to have the courage to show up. But Ralph has his one bullet, and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Doc didn't die. Fell to the ground. Ralph proved his point. He's not going to forgive. But Doc's friends took him home to 59 Church Street, where he died 10 days later after refusing medical treatment. It was November 2nd of 1786. Two things. First off, in 1786, gunshot wounds are a lot different than what we know of them now. So he refused the medical treatment because he's also a doctor. He probably just tried to bleed it out because he probably just thought he had lead poisoning, because that's what people did back then. It wasn't a fatal gunshot wound where you needed surgery and they removed the bullet. They basically, the bullet would go in, they would remove it, but you had lead poisoning because that's what the bullet was made out of. So again, odd scenario. Every ghost story tells you to listen for whistles while you're down here. We have the camera running plus my voice recorder. If we're gonna get a whistle, it's gonna show up on one of our devices.
So who exactly are we looking for?
Dr. Ladd is here all the time. We will get subtle clues from him, and again, we're not going to stay here. We're actually going to be going up and around across the street, and we will get bleed over from this location over there because he likes to follow. But with this location, with Riley's device, it's not uncommon for us to get the whistling part of a song and then the word doctor from a commercial immediately after. Dozens and dozens of times this has occurred for me. And I don't look for it, it just happens all the time. So again, it's kind of like from a song, doctor, and a commercial. Again, you guys getting the point. We also get the man's birthday. I haven't told you guys what that is. I don't want you looking for it. It's going to just occur if it's going to happen. So kind of keep that in mind. Have you gotten anything above an 8, by the way? Okay. Anything weird coming out of yours?
Bird. Bird in practice.
Practice?
Yeah.
Like a medical practice?
I just got that. Yeah.
Okay. I always throw, if you guys are going to like walk down here, because some of you actually live here, and you use your voice recorders to try to capture the whistles on your own and you walk all the way through, just keep in mind every local now knows the story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland or Queen Street, we all throw a whistle down the alley. So again, it might be a human doing it for you, making a big old joke. I used to do that every single morning when I was done with your data, because my garage used to be over here, and ever since I got thrown out of here, I always tell you how that happened, because that's the fun part of the
I
story.
would shit my pants if I heard it.
I've actually gotten a couple of whistles back. Like,
Shit my pants.
like 4 o'clock in the morning, I walk by and give up, thanks Dr. Ladd, see you later, and it's always in the background.
Shit my pants and
Why?
cry.
It's just, again, I talk to this guy every day. So here's how I got kicked out of here. This should almost be like a full history lesson for you guys on this one. So the alley didn't go all the way through the way we came in. There used to be a wall up there because this is where they kept the livestock. This used to be called cow
wall.
alley. Yeah.
In this long alley.
Well,
Jesus.
you have to remember, there were cows, chickens, and goats down here. They had to keep them penned in. So that's the whole reason why. Not to mention, I'm sure you guys know something about the original Charlestown Wall since you've been here for 2 years. The original Charlestown Wall used to be Cumberland Street. So we're just inside the original wall. So yeah, it was penned off.
You come back here when that wall was there, and then.
Dude, we're talking early 1700s. But anyway, what does that mean for you guys as far as why I'm telling you how I got kicked out? The bricks on the other side are older than the ones you're standing on. Those are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down there, and fingerprint swipes in others. And I used to take my groups all the way through for a history lesson, because remember how I treat a grave. That kid's not there. That's the last place you're going to find that kid who made that handprint.
They don't want to be.
Exactly. November 26th of 2020, I took my entire group of 10 all the way through for that history lesson, and they're all huddled around that brick waiting for something to happen with the gear that I handed them. I know nothing's going to happen, and we're also standing outside the dining room window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. The owner of that mansion wasn't too pleased with 10 people standing outside his dining room window, and he came out screaming. My daughter was on the tour that night, and she thought it was great because her dad's getting yelled at. She was probably about 13, 14 years old at the time. She thought it was hysterical. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on Thanksgiving, but the next day after that was the 28th. I called my partner that brought me into tourism, and I told him what happened, trying to figure out what to do next. And he laughed at me just like my daughter did and said, dude, you're only allowed to go down halfway. That's it. The reason why is this residential after that. Reroute your group. So I told my group that night, I don't believe in the next story because I've never had anything happen there, and I'm into vampires, not pirates. We're obviously talking about pirates next. Now, before we left, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them which pirate we're going to be talking about. The female pirate, Anne Bonny. So it's kind of like, oh shit, maybe we're going to get something. We go around the corner. I told them what I did know about pirates. Somebody else with a spirit box heard the number 300. I don't know what that one is. I write it down. I do the research for them. We were there on November 28th of 2020. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720.
So 300.
The exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. So I was kind of like, well shit. The problem for me is I have a master's degree in creative writing. Everything I do with writing, and especially this, I need facts and data. Pirate stories come from pirate lore and movies. The pirate lore was written 100 years after the golden age of piracy. That means more books I have to read on a subject I'm not too keen on. Guess what? I've read more books on pirates, played more video games on pirates, and watched more documentaries on pirates than I ever wanted to in my entire life. So everything we're about to discuss came from a minimum of 2 natural resources. So kind of keep that in mind. I will breeze through the Anne Bonny story so we can get back to work. But with this one, again, I will always look for any kind of, if you guys hear whistles on your camera or the audio piece, but when I'm going through there, we get a lot of shit from Dr. Ladd. And that goes from like here moving forward, because all 3 spaces between this one, the next one, and our last blindfold session comes through all the time. So I try to kick him out of our last one so we can get straight to the ghost we're trying to get to, because he just likes to chime in and say, I'm here, you know, kind of mentality. But again, I was like, dude, you got to go away. We're trying to talk to somebody else. Anything else weird going on there?
No.
Nothing?
Just as previously.
Okay. Riley, have you heard anything, or have you been focused on me?
I've been focused on you.
It's okay, because it's recording the entire thing. We didn't miss anything,
Oh,
so don't
got
feel
it.
bad. No numbers out of you, and you're obviously on mute. You can go ahead and hit the stop button on your camera, and then we're... Now you're recording. Just talk to me again, guys. Wow, this is making my night. The son and the nephew, by the way, Charles and Charles, are both signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. It's a big deal for us, but I hate politics more than all of you. So we're going to move
I don't
on.
like politics.
Yeah, nobody likes politics. So we're going to move on. If I don't give them that recognition, by the way, and I just don't pop it out, it's one of those things where we're going to get a nasty message through a spirit box because I didn't give them the recognition. Again, I've been coming here for 4 years. I don't like to piss these people off. But anyway, back to Eliza. That's who we're going to be discussing. She marries Charles at a young age according to today's standards. If you're going to ask her how old she was when she got married, do not think of numbers or expect numbers like the colonial days that she came from, like 12 and 14 when young ladies got married. Think of today's standards of when ladies get married because their husband was over double her age. It was creepy then, it's creepy now. So I'm just going to put that out there. So especially to you guys, I'm sure it's going to be very creepy when I reveal all the answers. Anyway, back to
5.7.
5.7. Got all kinds of numbers coming up. I'm going to wait for one more good spike before I explain what you were actually looking at. So Eliza marries him because her father's over in England. That's where she's from. And the father thinks he's dying. He's trying to bring all his children home one last time so he can see them. Or are getting... You're killing me, Smalls. Oh, a movie reference everybody got. Nice. All right, let's write these down before I forget what the hell they were. We had 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 7, 5, 9. Is that what we had?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a writer, guys. Like, memorizing shit is kind of my deal.
So my brother.
3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 7, 5, 9. Okay. 5, 9's your new base. All right. Anyway, Eliza, by the way, was correct. Father did not die. And during the time that he thought he was dying, she stayed put right here and got married. It was 1744. You don't get married in that year to get a green card because we're not a country yet. So kind of keep that in mind. It was 1776, in case you guys haven't gone to history class in a while. But anyway, so she was right. Dad didn't die, and instead he starts sending her gifts from England to where you're standing. One of those gifts happens to be the plant seeds of indigo. So indigo, if you're not sure what that is, it's a plant that makes blue dye that makes your blue jeans blue. None of you are wearing it tonight. So that's what we use it for now, but when Eliza got it, she didn't know what to do with it. She had to learn from her servants and slaves.
10.6.
She had to keep it cultivated because it's obviously not warm here all the time. That thing actually aired out on us a few weeks ago. I'll explain here in just a minute. 10.6 is good. Let me get through the history and I'll explain what the hell you're looking at. So anyway, once she learned how to keep it growing, obviously on our weird temperatures here in South Carolina, she learned how to make the dye from the plant and then moved it to a cash crop, got a hold of her father overseas and told him that the rice plantations were going downhill and they were going to make a killing with the indigo. And now we have an international businesswoman during colonial times. That's something absolutely unheard of. Now, with that said, that's the boring business stuff of Eliza. Let's get into the weird shit, and then I'm going to explain all the EMF. Let me do the EMF first because we're starting to hit some good spikes. So that thing, like I said, measures electricity in the air. If you were to put that behind your TV with whatever gaming system you have plugged into it, it's going to read between 40 to 60 milligauss. So just kind of giving you guys an actual reading. And I'm feeling drizzle. Who the hell talked about rain earlier? Was that you?
I was feeling them as soon as they started
Yeah, that's
talking.
right.
Good job for cursing us, brother. Put it next to your microwave that's heating up your food. It's going to read about 150 to 170. So that thing goes up to 200. We actually had to leave this space a few weeks ago. This is the space I told you guys about earlier because we were in the triple digits steadily. I don't mind one or two here and there because those are natural things that happen around your home anyway. But for a good 15 to 20 minutes, that thing was between 170 and then over 200 because it just gave us an error message several times. We left because I actually have epilepsy. There's too much electricity in the air for the guy with the neurological disorder. So again, it is a safety feature. So I got to keep you in check. If I keep it escalating up, you got to definitely tell me if things start hitting triple digits on a regular basis while we're here. And again, not expecting it, but I never expect it. That's the whole point. The average spike for this location is between 18 to 22. That's 5 out of 7 nights a week I'll see that kind of spike. So his 10.6 is good, but it's not solid enough for what we normally get here. By the way, those numbers are astronomical for being outdoors. There's no electricity in here. Even the lighting that's in here, they're all motion lights and are run on solar panels. That is not electricity. So it doesn't give off EMF. That's going to be measured here. So let's go over the questions so you guys can have a focal point. So we're going to start off with you, Riley. This is your party, so we're going to get you started with yours. You're going to be focused on Eliza's death. Okay. So 4 major questions that we get answered here. How old were you when you died? What did you die from? Where are you buried? Which president was a pallbearer at her funeral? Do you know what a pallbearer is?
No.
Okay. Pallbearer are the people that carry a coffin to the actual grave at the ceremony of the funeral. It's an honor to be able to do that. So my grandmother chose me before she died to be the lead pallbearer at her funeral, and I was honored to do so. So if that makes sense. There was a president that did that for me. Yes. What do you got?
A lot of red, adequate, personal.
If you want to see the word list, hit the little white box to the right of the word. Yep. And it'll show you everything. Just don't hit those red X's. What do we got? Take a quick look. Marissa. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't know who that is. Hard to gauge.
What?
So the only thing that I saw that I'm actually excited about is the word heart. In the conflict, it's kind of vague, but I like it. Heart, though, was something we already knew we were going to be asking. And then you just hit circle back. Nice and easy. So those are the things I'm actually excited. What do you got on there now? Mainly. So you're definitely going to be filming the entire time. Obviously, Robbie, right? Justin. I would get it down. It drives me nuts when I can't get names right. So Justin, if you want to stick with her, obviously that would be probably the best idea. If this rain gets any more than this mist, we will go seek shelter back over where we came. Back where there's a little awning over there. But again, any more than this, like the equipment can handle this little misty stuff, but it should go away pretty quickly. But yeah, definitely keep filming. Nice slow movements out of your camera.
Should I kind of ask the same questions as you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot going over the questions. Yours. How do I want to go about doing this? So for yours, I want you to focus on the mansion itself because yours gives us shorter syllables. The mansion's not here.
Yeah.
Right? So ask what happened to it.
Where
If you
was
get
it?
the answer, then obviously we will get some kind of number to indicate the date. And keep in mind, guys, we do have 4 communication devices, a camera plus my voice recorder. So Luke is the only one that doesn't have anything that has communication to it. So Riley can ask it a question, and we might get the answer somewhere
Oh,
else.
so I ask it a question?
You can out loud, or you can just focus on it. There's no right or wrong way to do
I'll
this.
ask it.
Yeah, so some people are comfortable, some people aren't.
Yeah.
And especially with me doing round robins. I mean, I walk around and see people talking to themselves. To me, that's fun, because I do it all the time. But the rest of you, some people are just like, they just want to listen and see what actually pops up. Keep in mind, the only way for cars to get in and out is right here, and we are going to stay away from other vehicles around here. I'm actually going to be keeping Robbie behind. Damn, I gotta get these names right. So I'm going to show him a little bit more about that Ouija board device while the rest of you kind of get started. So let's spread out a little bit. I'll do 1 or 2 round robins, and we'll see what we can get out of the location. Let's turn up your sensitivity first, which is this little guy right here. And it goes clockwise.
What?
What should I ask?
When was it built?
When was the mansion built? You said it was like over here, right? What happened to the mansion? I'm hearing like screams. In the just could. Is it now?
No, he said doesn't matter.
Does it matter? Who lived in the mansion? What happened in the mansion? Go. $5.2. Yeah. Music. Okay. What else? What else? I don't know what else to add.
Alright, so what have we heard so far?
So there's been like a lot of just random spurts. Like sometimes it's just a really loud like
Yeah.
I heard doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't or does it?
Does it
Does it?
matter? Because we asked
Because we
like,
asked like what where's the mansion or like what happened to it, and it said like it doesn't matter.
And that's when you just kind of continue the conversation. You kind of feed off of it. So if you say, hey, what happened to your mansion? And you hear, does it matter? Yes, it matters. It matters because I care about what occurred here. I want to know the rest of your history. Just kind of continue that conversation. Feed off of it. I'm only giving you guys like starter questions, to kind of get you guys off to a conversation with whoever's here. Most of the time it's Eliza. But it's not that we haven't heard from her kids, the husband, or any other family member that used to stop by.
Wait, was she the one that like made the indigo? I've heard of her before.
What'd you get?
I heard friends small, found.
Why doesn't it matter? It doesn't matter. Two. Rock. Oasis. Okay, tell me more about what happened at the mansion. Are you still here? Yes, yes, okay. Okay, yes, you're still here. Okay, I understand. So would you be able to tell me a little more about the mansion? Yes? Okay. Okay, so what is the what? What is the reason? So I want to know a little more about you and the mansion. So would you mind telling me that?
So if you're a cam while he's doing work like this, you don't necessarily need to have it on him. You can pretty much pan it away to try to nice slow movements to see if anything's gonna pop up.
So
There you go.
I was talking as I understood, and we got a very clear notice.
Okay.
And then I was asking
So you're definitely getting conversational pieces. Okay. And too definitive.
I heard 716.
That's an area code nearby,
is there anything else
Okay,
that
okay.
but I also can look at that as like July of 16 or July of 16.
your what? 6'6"?
That one makes sense. Where is Robbie at?
Okay.
Where'd Robbie go?
Robbie's over there. Lightning? Okay, so why is it the house being Did something happen to it, like natural disaster or anything? What happened?
Scared. It's scary.
My neck
I
hurts.
heard 6'6".
The back of my head hurts.
So Riley, you can stop your camera at this point, kind of give your hands a break.